Make it longer when I
Nope, this is a this well, it's supposed to be a house weekend, but
Taylor just joined.
Oh my gosh, no way.
It is so funny. Taylor just joined. She got
goodness.
alerted. Taylor's gonna watch you get your hair done now. Need to see your hair. My hair's not ready, you guys. Okay, you can back up a little bit. You can put it on me for a second. Okay, so you guys, so my hair's not done yet. If you can get close up, it's a little opaque. For my taste, and my next client came, so I just threw it in a bun. I'm gonna do another coating and do it again. I promise. I will show you guys the results, but right now that's why it's up, because customers come first, right? So a couple of you guys asked to see me do my Spongelights again, so I love doing it. I feel like you can get through it quicker, not to mention it's not just about the speed, but I feel like you can it's so much softer looking, and you can grab a larger quantity of hair. I took her before pictures, so I will be posting her before and afters so you guys can see. Oh my god, Taylor wrote, I would much rather see your hair.
Oh wow.
Oh, you can say something to her. Put the phone on Erin and you say something to your sister.
Thanks.
But as to my non-clients out there that are watching, I love you, by the way, Taylor, for watching. How fabulous is my client right now that is being so kind as to share her hair appointment with you guys and let you guys in on her appointment to see. Because, by the way, my hair friends on there, my hair besties, they're all very, they love like learning and watching new techniques, and they're very appreciative when clients are comfortable letting us Periscope them, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable being videotaped. So
She said you're lame.
you're lame. Okay, let's not have the sibling rivalry on Periscope. Good vibes, good vibes. Taylor, you already had your turn of hair. It's Erin's turn. But if you guys have any questions about it, right now I'm using the MB meshes because her hair is really fine and it comes up really quickly. So there's no need for heat in this situation. I'm using Wella FreeLights. Yeah.
Someone hasn't seen this before. Do you feel that you are saturating it enough?
I am. I'm not trying to saturate the entire section. I usually saturate more like this, from this perimeter downwards. She wants an overall lighter look, so you don't always, like, I would usually leave sections in between, but I'm actually taking every single section and doing it because she wants her hair lighter all over. Otherwise, I would definitely drop some sections in between. I'm not saturating up here because we're going for that soft feathered look so that she's not a slave to the salon and having to come in all the time. But this is the area that I'm gonna start saturating. So if you notice, I'm placing here and I'm applying more pressure. I wasn't applying that much pressure up top. I was very gently, you know, feathering the sponge on the surface. So my formula is Wella FreeLights, and I used 35 volume with Olaplex, and she will probably process at room temperature. Just load up my paddle here. But I'm obsessed with sponging hair now. Like, it's my favorite way to balayage. I mean, I love using my brushes, especially for like detail work. But do you guys just see how easy it is? Like, it would take me more time if I wanted to get all of this kind of jaggedness with a brush. And then sometimes you might get a little too much product and it'll be a little bit too, so I'll go in there with a comb, with the tip of my comb, to just kind of, and you could even take your comb and like brush into it, because you want to make sure that your sections are nice and clean. You can even use your hands.
They want to know how this salon works.
How the salon works?
Yeah, does it have like suites or?
Okay, so this, you know what? That's a really good question. Do you want to step back for a second, Stephanie, and show them what it looks like, that how we each have stations, and show Lorraine's station as well? Tell them a little bit about what's going on. Are you shy?
So everybody has their own private little station. This is another one. And then we have a lot of them over there. So it's kind of private.
Is that why
Yeah.
probably saw it?
And then what's really cool, you guys, is each booth has its own sink, so we don't have like a separate shampoo area. It's really nice and private that way. And I pay rent for my space. And just clients love the privacy, because in an open floor plan salon, a lot of people, you know, even if they don't mean to, might be eavesdropping to your conversation. And let's get real, we all have pretty private conversations with our hairstylists sometimes. So it's nice to have the privacy and not everybody's like staring at you. And I have some clients, you know, that don't want to run into, you know, people that they know from town. Sometimes they just want that quiet time to themselves to enjoy it. And in an open salon, everybody's watching. Where here, you're like a little cubicle. So it's more private that way.
They want to know if you wet the sponge before using it.
No. It gets moist enough from the product, so I do not do that.
I'm getting a lot of hearts.
Aw, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I wasn't periscoping for a while because I got busy, and then I don't know, I don't ever want to bore you guys. I want to make sure that I have something to contribute, because if not, then what's the point? Did you guys see how like quick it is? I'm almost done with the back of her hair. And always maintain that tension. You just have to let the client know, like, oh, move forward, move back, or don't come back with me. A lot of times when you're pulling, they think you're pulling because you want them to move back, and they'll try to help you and move back. Just say, it's okay, just keep the tension and don't move. And they follow directions very well.
They can't wait to see you at the Love Circuit.
Oh, who said that?
I don't know.
Oh, who said that? Say it again, you guys. I usually watch the replays later so I can read who left me
And
comments.
she said, are you going alone?
I'm not going alone. I'm going with my other assistant, Maddie. Oh, Nora from Chicago. You're going to the butterfly circus? That's exciting. You better come and say hi to me. I'm not going alone. I'm going with my other assistant and friend, Maddie, and another one of my hair friends that I actually met at Rebecca Taylor's class, and her name's Mary Tran. And that's it. And then meeting up with all my other hair Insta friends. So if you don't have anywhere to sit, Nora, come and sit with us.
You make it look so easy.
It is so easy. Honestly, it really is. And the more you do it, you get more comfortable doing it.
She's the same girl, Nora. She said, I'm super excited. None of my stylist friends want to come.
Aw, well, I'll be there. And I'm one of your stylist friends, so you can sit with me. Just come find me. I'll be the one with the purple hair, hopefully.
She said, thank you so much.
Aw, you're welcome. Do you guys see? I'm like pretty much done with the back now. So for those of you guys watching, I always try to like think of a way other than saying the girl that I did on Periscope, but is there any like ideas or tips you guys can give me on how I can label this so when I post her on Instagram that you'll know that this is who I periscoped? How do we do that? I feel like that would be a good idea to find a way, you know what I mean? Because people say, where's the one that you did on Periscope? They were asking about Taylor's hair too. And so that, you know, I'd like to be able to
Someone said
identify.
Frozen.
Frozen? Like Elsa and Anna?
Oh,
Or maybe
and
their screen is
do you
red.
think that sponge works for color?
Yes, it absolutely does. I did a Spongelights on a client using the Power Browns, and it's really good for if somebody wants to kind of change up their color, but they don't want to have to like come in and get their roots done all the time. I used the Power Browns B9, and it looked really pretty. And then I didn't distort her natural color because it was really soft. It was her own root color. So yes, you can absolutely apply with color. That's another pretty way to do it. And then you soften that so you don't have that hard grow out line, the line of demarcation. excuse me, that's the proper term we were taught in cosmetology school. The line of demarcation. Did you guys see how like soft that is? I mean,
Can they see how the underlayer of the hair looks like after she Spongelights the section?
yeah, let me finish this one and I'll show you guys. Great suggestion, whoever asked for that. Okay, you see that? See how it's like saturated on the bottom, but not, it's all clean right here? That's what you want. Okay.
On the side of Blue Rand, we don't have salad to put it on. It was like roasted bad beef.
You guys have any other questions for me? I'm a little bit nervous, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, about applying my own color because I'm completely out. I don't know how this happened because I'm like a pack rat and I overstock all my colors, but I'm completely out of the Pravana pastel lavender color, and so now I'm gonna have to like make a pastel, which is fine. I've done it before, but...
Which lightener are you using?
FreeLights, Wella FreeLights. It's one of my favorites for sponge lighting because it's such a creamy consistency. If you can't do this, okay, I don't want to say you can't, okay, because some people may be fine doing it. I don't like doing this with a grainy lightener. Certain lighteners are fantastic for like weaving and, you know, that sort of a thing, but if it's grainy, it's not gonna, it's very difficult to work with. I tried to do this with the Blonde Me like lightener, and it's just too grainy. It just wasn't working.
They want to know if this lightener lifts well.
I think it does. So a lot of people have been giving FreeLights a bad like rep that it doesn't lift light enough. I think it's all about your lightener, knowing how much hair you're putting in. You know, I think also if the person's hair naturally is really dark, you're gonna have to use foils, like, because you need that heat. Like, at the end of the day, balayaging is it's a very gentle lift, so you have to be aware of that. And sometimes I'll even use the 130 volume developer, which sounds really scary, but I will add a splash of that to 40 volume just to give it a bump. So it's really more in also picking the appropriate developer. I know 130 sounds scary, but if you use it correctly, it's amazing. It'll change your balayaging game. And everybody uses it, they just don't talk about it. Don't you feel like this is a really quick,
So cool. Wow.
it was fast how we applied it versus the last time, right?
Yeah, super fast.
Someone said people bring pictures of blondes and don't realize that they probably got it in a couple sessions.
Absolutely, that's so true. And I think the most important part is just being able to like be honest and forward and tell your clients the truth. Like when they sit in my chair and they show me a picture of someone who's super light, even somebody that I did, I'll tell them straight up, like, that was her 4th session. That was her 3rd session, you know, like, that's not done in one day. And if they show me a picture of Guy Tang's work that is, like, done in one day, I say, yes, but read the caption. It took him 9 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours. In real world time, that's like 3 to 4 appointments, because no one's going to sit here for that long or pay that much money that it would cost for such a long day. So you just have to be honest with them. Don't just say, yeah, I can do it, and then they're going to be disappointed. Always under promise, never over promise.
Exactly what you do, and I love it.
Thank you. And I like to be honest with you, right?
Exactly.
Like I never tell you something if I don't think it's going to be good for your hair, right? We always talk about it. Like when she first sat down, she said she wants like her whole hair blonde, like she wants overall blonder. And I kind of was explaining to her, because she's young. How old are you?
15.
15. Which, by the way, can we just give a shout out to how nice her mom is, that she's allowing her 15-year-old to get such a amazing service that my mom would have never let me get my hair colored when I was 15. But your mom's cool like that. Anyway, so because she's 15, she has no gray hair and she does not need to be coming into the salon all the time. So in that case, I want her to be lighter, but I don't want to change her base or make her blonde all the way to here. Because then her mom is going to be very upset with me for her having to come in every 6 weeks to touch up her 15-year-old blonde hair. Not necessary. So this way, I make mother and daughter happy. Isn't that right?
That's very true. We're going higher this time.
We are going higher because you wanted it
Yes.
blonder, right?
Yes.
Where do you get the high volume developer from?
The what?
Where do you get the high volume developer?
Oh, I ordered it online at, what is that? I want to say it's like Barbara's Beauty or Ball's Beauty or something. Just go to Google and type in 130 volume developer, and like the beauty supply that sells it will come up, I promise.
They said that's why consultations are important.
Extremely, and I think there's an art to a consultation, and I think that that's a lost art that not a lot of people practice, and they should. So now, I want you guys to see this part. Maybe you want to stand over there, Stephanie, so they can get a good shot. For me, this is one of the most important parts of doing this whole thing, is the front. The front is key to show that pop right in there. So what we're gonna do is, as you guys see, and I put Olaplex in, so it's okay that the lightener is gonna be going on this previously lightened spot right here. I'm being very soft up here. I'm not pushing too hard.
They said money piece.
Money piece, that's what I say, that's what I call it. Thank you, Erin, for letting us use your appointment to share with everybody.
This is so cool. I didn't know they had stuff like that.
Yeah, see? You youngins don't know everything like you think you do. But do you guys see the placement? I tried to go a little higher here, and I diagonaled down to a V to give a much softer look.
They want to know what kind of sponge you're using.
It is the Kiss sponge from Schwarzkopf, and the only way you can get it presently right now is through a Schwarzkopf sales rep. They're not selling it anywhere. Schwarzkopf is the only place you can get it.
This guy can just text you, how's your hair?
I'll have to text him later because I need to pay attention to him when I text him because it's not where it needs to be. Shouldn't have been on Periscope. Okay. You guys didn't hear that.
Does the MB hold any heat in there?
No. No heat because there's no metal, which I don't want it. I want it to lift gently because as you guys can see, her hair is really fine. So I want it to lift slow. I don't want it to be too, too strong too quickly, We'll check. I'm going to show you guys when I'm done doing this really quick. I'll show you guys the very first piece on the underneath just so you guys can see how much lift we have so far. Would you guys like to see that?
Someone said they saw other colorists use like the sponges you use for the dishes.
I haven't seen that. It's whatever you like. I personally think that the reason why this particular sponge works well that I wouldn't want to use just whatever sponge is because this sponge, if you guys look at it, like it's got this point on both ends and the edges are nice and lined up here. So I think that's actually what helps that feathered look. I think if you don't have that, it's not gonna be the same. But you can try, see whatever you like, but I have a Schwarzkopf rep and I'm able to get these sponges, so why would I? And I got it for free because I think you get them with purchase of color, and if you're a Schwarzkopf user, you're already ordering color, so they're giving it to you for free. So why would I use a kitchen sponge when I can use a sponge that's made specifically for this?
Someone said, and the product saturation is different. I think it was the same girl. Can you actually use heat with the MB?
Like, you mean put them under heat? Yeah, absolutely. I've done it. Because that's what makes MBs different, is because if you were to use like normal packing paper, from what I hear, I haven't had this done to me, I haven't seen it, but I've heard with regular packing paper, it melts if you put it under heat. Where the MBs are reusable and they do not melt under heat. So let's come back here and look at the very first piece, which I did not too long ago. You guys see that? See how, like, for anyone that says that the Wella FreeLights does not lift, what is that? Because I think that looks like a beautiful beigey lift. But I want her blonder, so we're going to leave it.
So excited.
I know, right?
It's so weird how much work goes into it.
I know. You wouldn't think, right? Can I get an MB there? All right, guys, I'm gonna switch it off now so I can finish up her hair, and I will try, if I remember, to Periscope her after. Also, I'm going to be obviously posting pictures on Instagram, but I will try to Periscope the after for you guys, and you will see my hair, I promise. Okay, that's good.
Thank you. It's so cool.